right, let's get the finger crack. Hello and good morning, folks. My name is Grapple here. Welcome to a new video on the channel. No nonsense, no nothing. If you have questions about how the tier list works, everything is listed down below in the description, including the first couple of videos in this series. But the way that we got here, we played through the map, we rank it at the end. This is really just a summarization and all those rankings and my reasoning why. It's a nice, easy way for me to go, hey, look, World at War map tier list. We're going to rank the game itself at the end, and then we'll just continue that as a long-form thing. Don't worry, see the vision. Coming up first on our tier list ranking, whatever in last place is definitely going to have to be Shi No Numa. Original Shi No Numa gets a C tier ranking. Why? I just think Shi No Numa is so boring. I mean, if you watch the video, you already know the frustrating time I had with it, but trying to separate just that bad time I had versus every other time I play Shi No Numa, it's a map that's cool. It's a proof of concept, right? Because we saw it in Verrucht with just perks and introducing the characters and the storyline and whatever, and I totally get that. But being where we are now, I've seen it done better already. You know, there's Shi No Numa in Black Ops 1 and 3, and then even in Vanguard. It's been done better. It's been done in a more fun way. And in this map, like, the only thing saving it for me from anything lower is the fact of World at War's art style and guns, right? The color palette and art style is a very cherished thing of its time. It's very gray. It's very attempted to be accurate for the tone it's getting along, especially when it comes to campaign and multiplayer. But in Shi No Numa, that's the only thing that saves it for me. The dog hitbox is obnoxious. The mud and the water you have to go through is obnoxious. The weapon variety is fine, but it's just the ray gun again. Admittedly, the Wunderwaffe is introduced in this map, and that's a great gun. That's a lot of fun, and we've seen it really grow over time and the different times that it's been reintroduced. But I really had the worst time playing this map out of all of them, and there's nothing more I can really say to that. Coming in next, top of C tier, right above Shi No Numa, is Noctur and Toten. I mean, what hasn't been said about Noctur and Toten, guys? 100 times it's been remade, 100 times we replayed it. It's been on Transit and The Machine, and there's been remakes and whatever. It's just, outside of giving it its flowers, right? Because that defeats the purpose of doing this tier list this way. It's as bare bones as it gets. There's no perks, there's no pack, which makes it a really cool challenge to try and get to a high round on, but it also means it feels so different than everything else that has come after it. You know, from a sound design perspective, where the zombie could be to your left and you're hearing it above you because it's just trying to create this realm of terror and horror and whatever. It just doesn't fly for me. And although I could definitely see myself coming back and playing the map more and doing all of these things, there's not a whole lot to do. And it's not a question of patience or attention span. It's just once you get the ray gun, like we did in my gameplay, once we get the ray gun, the Thompson, we have some fun with the MG42. What is there to do? You survive a bit, zombies are glitchy, the World at War system itself, the color palette's cool, it's a bit darker and more muted than even Shi No Numa, which Shi No Numa's all the greens, but it's just, it doesn't do it for me. Next, Verrucht, we're going to give a solid B tier. Verrucht is going to come next, number 3, or actually the second best map in the game. Verrucht entirely, I think it comes down to the challenge, super sprinters, close quarters, small hallways. Yes, you have perks, but still no pack-a-punch. So you're kind of stuck with the get the best gun you can and survive type of thing. But it's also just the success rate in what they were initially going for. You know, I had a lot of fun on Noctur and Toten, and they're trying to get this horror vibe across and how difficult it is. Verrucht, I think, pushes the horror a little bit more and the difficulty a little bit more without losing this beginner baby step of what this map and what this game mode is going to grow up to become. It's surprising that Verrucht is such a fun map and higher up on this list for me, but I think it's the least to say. It's just fun, and that's all it comes down to. Screaming, super sprinters, musical Easter egg, things like that. Top tier, B tier, solid map. And of course, in number 1 spot, Derice goes to our A tier. I mean, what hasn't been said? Derice has also been remade a handful of times, and it becomes the gold standard of what zombies is supposed to be. You have pack-a-punch. You have a really simple way, but also like a mini quest in setting it up and turning it on. You have a nice variety of guns. You have something like the Wunderwaffe, and even with that glitch and maybe a lacking of new wonder weapon in the map, it's still the beginning, and there's a lot of variety. You have the catwalk. You can go train in front of the teleporter. You can go train by the initial box spawn, by power. You can do things like that. The traps are very useful and new. Not brand new, but they're new with the electric trap. And then especially going to co-op, it feels like there's just more to do. You know, I was having a lot of fun with Matt when he got into the video with me. And just between setting things up, even though we were rusty and couldn't make it past really round 15 or 20, we had a great time doing it. That pack-a-punch camo is solid. It still holds up. The zombie behavior, although still annoying and grabbing you, is much easier to deal with and track. And really, I guess the last point could be overall size. It's not too big, it's not too small. Shi No Numa to me felt a little too big for what it was going for, even though the later iterations get bigger and they feel better and whatever. Noctur and Toten is small, close quarters, compact, understandable. Really, if you want to survive, you pick a room and you just kind of deal with it. Verrucht, you have really this sprawling bunch of hallways and trying to get through it. It's a bigger map than the other two, yes. The combination of close quarters makes it feel smaller than it is. And you get to Doris. Doris has this perfect sizing. It's got your 3 lanes, 3-ish, because you don't connect in the middle, but you have a main 3 lanes. You have the catwalk, perfect for camping. You have a bunch of open space, perfect for people wanting to train, a lot of variety, and there's a reason that for so many people it stays so high up. I won't give it an S tier because I don't think it's there. I think definitely Doris has been done better, be it in Black Ops 1 or the Giant when we get to it. And with that, that is our first tier list ranking of a couple of zombie maps. We got through World at War, now I'm moving on to Black Ops 1. Now, where are we going to put World at War in terms of our game ranking? Because I'm going to try to do that. This is going to be the most comprehensive ranking you have ever seen. Where are we going to put World at War? So our tiers are S, A, B, C, D, and F. It goes the same for the games. I definitely think World at War is solid. I think it's a pretty good middle of the road. I'm going to give it a B. I think World at War deserves a B tier. I think it's a perfect proof of concept. You have really these maps that just continue to get better and better or try to innovate in different ways, even if I put Shinonum at the bottom. You have something that really stays true to what it was. We want this dark, gritty tone. We're making this new mode. We're going to stick to it. We're going to have a good time doing it, even if we're going to add some fantastical elements. And even though there's certain maps or certain things on these maps that I don't necessarily enjoy, it's like, it's still solid. It's still something I'd go back and play. Am I going to do it? No, probably not for a long time, because now there's like 6 or 7 other zombies games for me to get through in this ranking. But I can tell you it's solid, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. But folks, thank you for watching the first tier list ranking video. This is really just a summary of my thoughts. I go a little more in depth when it comes to the full gameplay videos, and of course, like I said, those are linked below, and you can go through them if you want. But join the journey. You have any kind of critiques, you don't like my emblem, you don't like something about the thumbnails or whatever, just let me know. I'm very open to criticism. My whole goal with this is to learn and amp up and evolve as I go. So right now I'm just having a good time. It's really a test of proof of concept. And I think so far it's working. I'm having a good time. My buddies, when they hop in, are having a good time. And these are videos now that I'm happening to watch in my regular day. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want, but I'll see you next time on Monday or Friday. I don't know what day this goes up. Probably Monday. Good night.